This isn't just TV. It's high-octane, multi-sensual entertainment. A normal resting heart rate is between 60 and 100 beats per minute. But after watching this sound-synced sensation, mine checked in at a $1.83. Its nails on the chalkboard vibe had me shrieking, not with delight. Let's give you a zoom. Recap here to contextualize the episode for you. After several seasons of miscarriages, Princess Carolyn finally decides to adopt. When the weird animal animation adoption bureau of BoJack comes through, good old PK is blessed with a baby porcupine that she has to handle with oven mitts, and she can't find the time to name. The little prickly pot of joy ends up being referred to as Untitled Princess Carolyn Project. You know, like any good Microsoft Word or GarageBand sequence.
Enjoy your dumb little TV show.
Hi there, Captain Cool. Welcome to Watch It, Pal, a channel that has a different look, sound, and smell. Sniff your screen. I dare you. Have you smelled it?
Yes.
What did it remind you of? Your ma's Thanksgiving spread, which is gonna be here any day now? That's what my screen smells like. Just so you know, we're a channel that portrays our take on film and video a little bit differently than all the other schmoes out there. And if you don't like it, you can go pound sand. I'm Todd Baloneyface, your host today, and here we go, Bill. We're playing the odds that at least one person named Bill will watch this. If you'd like us to personalize an episode for you, leave your name in the comments section below. Chances are we won't, but you never know. Play the odds, right, Bill? All right, so this episode of BoJack begins with Princess Carolyn's nanny quitting her job outright. The second Renata leaves, the humdrum of a toy rattle ominously sounds in the background. The noise is, well, benign at first. A viewer will hardly notice it. It's just there to set the tone, right? But the soundboard team behind this episode had a completely different idea in mind. They said to themselves, what if we took this idea of repetitiveness, which is of course a staple in any parent's lives, and ballooned it to a full-blown organizing principle in the episode's entire structure? We're here to explain just how they did this. The genius of this particular episode is the use of sound so that anyone who's not well versed in early motherhood gets an accurate experience of just what it's like to juggle a newborn, a job, and a personal life. The showrunners do this by combining a rattle, texting clicks, a squeaky toy, and the baby's cry. They then find a rhythm and loop the bejesus out of it and use it as the soundtrack to the baby's and Princess Carolyn's multitasking life. It's more than effective. The ebb and flow of the sound had me liking, not liking, and liking it again in its maddening loop of emotion. It got the job done. If I didn't before, I now clearly understand how difficult it is to have and do it all, while letting the world know that you've got this. Until you don't and end up unintentionally checking into rehab for a 2-day power nap just like Princess Carolyn did. The sounds follow Princess Carolyn throughout the whole episode, haunting her in a maddening quasi-schizophrenic bell toll of responsibility that she just can't escape. As she runs through the trials and tribulations of her busy work life, the sounds repeatedly enter the scenescape to intrude on the narrative and completely disrupt its rhythm. As a viewer, this introduces a certain frustration with the plot because you just want it to move forward. You want to see good old PK land her movie contracts and climb the Hollywood ladder. By using the sound to repeatedly harken back to her ominous duty, we basically get two narratives, one competing with the other. This idea of simultaneity is further reflected in the animations, which demonstrate the repetitiveness of these endeavors. As the episode moves forward, so too does the crescendo of frustration, until finally reaching a boiling point when Princess Carolyn accidentally ends up in rehab. She wakes up to find that everything is okay, and that the beat just keeps beating. Maybe everything isn't so bad after all? So this is a really effective example of how sound itself can be used to really layer a narrative when your sound, visuals, and script all sync in to make up the solid core of a narrative. You have totalized storytelling. Literally, every element of a viewer's senses, except for smell and touch, but you can always sniff your screen and get that Thanksgiving fix anytime you'd like. Right, Bill? We believe you can create an excruciating sound out of just about anything if you focus on it and make it repetitive as all get out. Allow us here at Watch It, Pal to demonstrate. First, I recorded my oven door opening and closing. Next, a toilet lid being put up and down. Then we add the equivalent of a newborn's cry, a scarlet macaw, and a tea kettle that's ready now. Here's the result. I'll use this as a bed for the next portion of this Watch It Pal script, and you'll get an idea how to use sound to create tension, anger, and impatience for it to just stop.
It's time to stop, okay?
Some people love that brushing your hair, chewing food, ASMR shit. I think you're crayfish. I much prefer the guitar lick from Led Zeppelin's Whole Lotta Love to convey emotion and get things going.
Yeah,
Nice one now, Bill. Out of curiosity, I watched this episode again with my stopwatch in hand to see just how much time the show used the baby rattle texting baby cry concept. Out of the show's 26 minutes and 13 seconds, this engineered sound was played for 10 minutes and 40 seconds. It was, in the end, the perfect amount of crying, squeaking, and rattling. Princess Carolyn confesses that she's just not cut out for motherhood and actually isn't enjoying it at all. Doesn't feel what she's supposed to feel for her baby. Yes, I think any parent can admit to those unpopular feelings at one time or another. Confession time here at Watch It Pal. If you've ever wanted to say, "Someone shut that baby up!" you're not alone. Well, Vanessa sets Princess Carolyn straight and tells her that parenting is hard work and that it isn't always pleasant, just like a difficult client. In reality, it can be downright ruthless. And thus, Carolyn sucks it up, treats it like the job it is, and finally names her baby Ruthie. Now, for fun, go and watch Season 6, Episode 2, The New Client, and focus on their use of sound to know what it's like. Because at one time, we were all that crying baby. Just don't be that crying baby on an airplane behind me kicking my seat, okay? I'm your host for today, Todd Baloneyface. Thanks for watching. Watch It, pal. Oh, and if you smelled your screen at the beginning, you're awesome. You can go ahead and still get a whiff if you didn't. You've got about 3 seconds before...